Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to talk about something that is probably part of your daily life: social media. Whether you use Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, chances are you open at least one of these apps every day, maybe even every hour. But have you ever wondered why it is so hard to stop scrolling? Why you tell yourself just 5 more minutes, and then suddenly 1 hour is gone? In this episode, we're going to explore what many experts call the dopamine trap. We'll look at what dopamine is, how social media affects your brain, why these apps are designed to keep you hooked, and what you can do to take back control. Don't worry, we'll keep everything in clear and simple English so you can learn new vocabulary while learning something useful for your life. Let's start with the basics. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a chemical in your brain. It is often called the feel-good chemical, but that is not completely accurate. Dopamine is actually more about motivation and reward than simple happiness. It is released when your brain expects something good to happen. For example, when you eat your favorite food, win a game, or receive good news, your brain releases dopamine. This makes you feel pleasure and encourages you to repeat the behavior in the future. In simple terms, dopamine is part of your brain's reward system. This system helped our ancestors survive. It encouraged them to find food, build relationships, and explore new places. Without dopamine, humans would have had less motivation to do important things. Now let's connect this to social media. Every time you open a social media app and see a new like, comment, or message, your brain receives a small reward. You feel a little bit of excitement, curiosity, or satisfaction. This is dopamine at work. Your brain starts to learn that checking your phone might bring something interesting or positive. So it tells you to check again, and again, and again. This is where the idea of the dopamine trap comes in. Social media platforms are designed to give you unpredictable rewards. Sometimes you open the app and nothing special happens. But sometimes you see a funny video, a kind comment, or a message from a friend. Because you never know when something good will appear, your brain keeps you coming back, just in case. This system is similar to slot machines in casinos. When people play slot machines, they don't win every time. But the possibility of winning keeps them pulling the lever again and again. In psychology, this is called a variable reward schedule. It is one of the most powerful ways to create habits and even addiction. Social media companies understand this very well. Their goal is to keep you on the platform for as long as possible. The more time you spend there, the more ads you see, and the more money they earn. So they use bright colors, notifications, endless scrolling, and personalized content to make sure you stay engaged. Let's talk about endless scrolling for a moment. In the past, websites had pages. You would read one page, then click to go to the next. This gave your brain a natural stopping point. But with endless scrolling, there is no clear end. You keep moving your finger, and new content keeps appearing. Your brain doesn't receive a signal to stop, so you continue longer than you planned. Another powerful tool is the notification. That small red circle with a number inside is not there by accident. It is designed to catch your attention and create a sense of urgency. You might be in the middle of studying, working, or talking to someone, but when you see that red notification, your brain says, maybe this is something important. I should check it now. Over time, this constant checking can change your habits and even your brain. You may find it harder to focus on one task for a long time. You may feel bored more quickly when you are not using your phone. Some people even feel anxious when they are away from social media, a feeling sometimes called FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out. Let's imagine a simple situation. You sit down to read a book. After 2 minutes, you feel a strong urge to check your phone. Nothing is wrong. You are not expecting an important message. But your brain has become used to frequent dopamine rewards from social media. Reading a book gives slower, quieter rewards, so it suddenly feels less exciting. This does not mean that books are boring. It means your brain has been trained to expect faster stimulation. This is one of the main dangers of the dopamine trap. It can reduce your ability to enjoy activities that require patience, like studying, reading, or having long conversations. These activities are very important for learning and building deep relationships, but they cannot compete with the fast and colorful world of social media. There is also a connection between social media and mental health. Many studies have found that heavy use of social media is linked to higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression, especially among teenagers and young adults. One reason is comparison. On social media, people usually show the best parts of their lives: holidays, achievements, beautiful photos, and happy moments. When you see this every day, you may start to believe that everyone else is happier, more successful, or more attractive than you. This can make you feel worse about your own life, even if your life is actually quite normal and healthy. Another problem is sleep. Many people use their phones late at night, just before going to bed. The blue light from the screen can make it harder for your brain to produce melatonin, a hormone that helps you sleep. But even more important is the mental stimulation. If you are watching exciting videos or reading emotional posts, your brain stays active and alert. This makes it difficult to relax and fall asleep quickly. Now, I want to be clear about something. Social media is not completely bad. It has many benefits. It helps us stay in touch with friends and family, discover new ideas, learn new skills, and even find job opportunities. During difficult times, like the COVID-19 pandemic, social media helped many people feel less alone. So the goal is not to completely remove social media from your life, but to use it in a healthier and more conscious way. So how can you avoid falling into the dopamine trap? The first step is awareness. Simply understanding how these platforms are designed to influence your behavior is already powerful. When you know that notifications and endless scrolling are tools created to keep you hooked, you can start to see them differently. Instead of thinking, "I must check this now," you can pause and ask yourself, "Is this really important, or is it just a habit?" The second step is to create small barriers between you and your apps. For example, you can turn off non-essential notifications. Do you really need to know immediately when someone likes your photo or when a new video is uploaded? Probably not. By reducing notifications, you reduce the number of times your brain is tempted to check your phone. Another simple strategy is to move social media apps off your home screen. If you have to search for the app instead of opening it with one tap, you create a small moment to think. This tiny pause can help you decide whether you truly want to open the app or if you are just acting automatically. You can also set time limits. Many smartphones now have built-in tools that show you how much time you spend on each app and allow you to set daily limits. At first, it might feel strange or even uncomfortable when the app closes and tells you that your time is up. But over time, this can help you build healthier habits. Let's talk about another important idea: replacing, not just removing. If you simply try to stop using social media without filling that time with something else, you may feel bored and return to old habits quickly. Instead, think about activities that give you slower but deeper satisfaction. This could be reading, learning a language, exercising, cooking, drawing, or spending time with friends in real life. For example, if you usually spend 30 minutes scrolling before bed, you could replace that time with reading a few pages of a book or listening to a calm podcast. At first, it may feel less exciting, but after a few days or weeks, your brain will start to adjust. You may find that you sleep better and feel more relaxed. It is also helpful to create phone-free zones or times in your day. Some people decide not to use their phones during meals, in the bedroom, or during the first hour after waking up. These small rules can protect important moments in your day from constant digital interruption. Let's imagine your morning. You wake up and immediately check your phone. You see emails, news, and social media posts. Some of them are stressful, some are exciting, and some make you compare yourself to others. Before you even leave your bed, your brain is already full of information and emotions. Now imagine a different morning. You wake up, stretch, maybe drink a glass of water, and take a few minutes to think about your plans for the day before looking at your phone. This second version often leads to a calmer and more focused start. Another useful habit is to ask yourself why you are opening a social media app. Are you bored? Are you avoiding a difficult task? Are you feeling lonely? Social media often becomes a quick solution for uncomfortable feelings. But it usually only gives short-term relief. Understanding your real needs can help you choose better solutions, like taking a short walk, talking to a friend, or working step by step on the task you are avoiding. Now, let's discuss the idea of a dopamine detox. You may have heard this term online. It usually means taking a break from activities that give you fast and frequent dopamine rewards, such as social media, video games, or junk food. The idea is to allow your brain to reset and become more sensitive to simple pleasures again. Some people do a full detox for one day, a weekend, or even longer. During this time, they avoid screens and focus on offline activities. This can feel challenging at first, but many people report that after a while, they feel calmer, more focused, and more present in the real world. However, you don't need to do an extreme detox to see benefits. Even small breaks, like not using social media for a few hours each day, can help your brain recover from constant stimulation. The key is consistency, not perfection. As English learners, there is another interesting point. Social media can be both a distraction and a powerful learning tool. You can follow accounts that teach vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation. You can watch videos in English, read posts, and even communicate with people from different countries. The difference lies in how you use the platform. Are you using it with a clear goal, or are you just scrolling without thinking? Let me give you a practical example. Instead of opening your favorite app and scrolling randomly, you could decide, I will spend 15 minutes watching English learning videos and then I will close the app. This way, you still use social media, but in a more intentional and productive way. Before we finish, I want you to reflect on your own habits. Think about how often you check your phone, how you feel after spending a long time on social media, and whether it really gives you the satisfaction you expect. There is no need to feel guilty or ashamed. These apps are designed by very smart people to capture your attention. It is not a personal weakness if you find them hard to resist. What matters is that you start to make conscious choices from now on. The dopamine trap is not a prison. It is more like a maze. It is easy to get lost, but once you understand the design of the maze, you can find your way out. By learning how your brain works and by making small, realistic changes, you can enjoy the benefits of technology without letting it control your time, your focus, and your mood. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you found this topic interesting, you might want to share this episode with a friend who is also trying to build healthier digital habits. And if you are using this podcast to improve your English, remember that listening regularly, even for a few minutes each day, can make a big difference over time. Take care of your brain, be kind to yourself, and I'll talk to you again in the next episode.